Welcome students. In the previous class we actually discussed the exercise questions of your chapter, that is light. Today we are going to discuss our last chapter, that is chapter last chapter, that is magnetism. So here we actually discuss about different types of magnetic material and magnetic properties also. Okay, now at first we have to know actually what are the key points. Okay, at first the name of this chapter is actually magnetism. Okay, and we can see that these are the key points. First one is actually what do you mean by magnetism. Second one is what do you mean by magnetic material and also non-magnetic material. And the next one is actually what is meant by artificial and natural magnets. Okay, and we have to discuss about different properties of magnet also, and magnetic field also. And earth is a magnetic field, or we can say earth is a big magnet. So we have to discuss about also earth's magnetic field and electromagnet. Okay, how we can actually create, or how we can made a electromagnet, and some uses of magnet. So these are the key points we have to know. Okay, first of all, now the first question is actually, the first question is what is magnetism. Okay, so here we can see that the first one is magnetism. Okay, it is generally a force, okay, exerted by magnets when they attract or repel each other. That means, suppose if we take to a different magnet, this one is suppose north pole and this one south pole, and also we take another magnet and this one also has two poles, north and south pole, and they are brought very near to each other, then we can actually feel the force. Okay, the force may be attractive or the force may be repulsive. Okay, now how actually magnetism created. In generally, magnetism is caused by the motion of electric charge. Okay, in generally, for every magnetic substance there are atoms also, and also each atom has electrons, okay, particles that carry electric charge or negative charge. And what is the charge of electron? In generally, electron has negative charge, and the value of charge E is equal to, we can say, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so for one electron actually we can say. So if we take different atoms, then there are several number of electrons and there are several number of charges also. Okay, and when the charges flow, then we can get actually magnetism. Okay, now the next one is actually what is the difference between magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Okay, first one is actually magnetic material. Here we can say that magnetic materials that actually magnetic materials are the materials or substances that easily they are attracted by a magnet. Okay, that means here are the examples: iron, nickel and cobalt also. Okay, these are the examples of magnetic material. And what is non-magnetic material? Here we can say that these are the materials, they actually do not attract, or they are not attracted by a magnet, like rubber, plastics, feather, okay, paper maker, gold, silver. okay, leather, etc. These are the examples of actually non-magnetic materials also. Okay, now the next one, that is actually what do you mean by artificial and natural magnets. Okay, in generally at first we have to discuss natural magnets. Okay, natural magnets is always actually permanent magnet. Okay, natural magnets are always permanent magnet, and they are available in the size and shapes as they occur in nature. Okay, in generally in nature they are available in different shape and sizes. Okay, but for artificial magnets, okay, they can be temporary or they can be permanent magnets. It depends upon how we can actually form the magnet. Okay, or how we can create the magnet. Okay, sometimes it may be temporary, sometimes it may be permanent. Okay, and also there are different actually shapes and size they are available in. Like here actually we take different magnets. This one, first one is actually u-shaped magnet, second one is bar magnet, third one is ring magnet, and the fourth one, that is horseshoe magnet. So these are the actually artificial magnet. Okay, these are the examples actually artificial magnet. Okay, and this is the these are the differences between artificial and natural magnets. Okay, actually different shape of magnet we can create. Okay, with and help with the help of different actually methods. Okay, now we move to our next part, that is properties. Okay, so this part is very important part. Okay, so we just have to remember what are the properties of magnet. So first one is actually we can say a magnet attracts magnetic materials towards itself. That means this property is called attractive property. Okay, and the second one, that is a freely suspended bar magnet always lies in the north south direction. Okay, so this one is also called actually directive property also. And the third one, that is unlike poles attract each other and like poles repel each other. In generally for magnet there are two poles, one is north pole and another one is actually south pole. So if we take two north poles, so we take two like poles, they repel each other, or if we take two south pole, they also repel each other. But if we take north and south pole, then they are unlike poles, so they attract each other. Okay, and the next one is a magnet with a single pole does not exist. Okay, now we have to discuss actually broadly these properties also. Okay, so here you can say that if we take north and suppose if we take north pole and also one north pole, then there is a repel force. Okay, and if we take south and south, here is also repulsive force, or they repel each other. But if we take one pole is north and another one is south, then they attract each other. And also you have to remember that the attractive force or the repulsive force or the magnitude of the force depend on the magnets. Okay, how strong is this? Okay, that means actually the pole, okay, or magnetic pole depends on the strength of the magnetic pole. Attractive or repulsive force, magnitude of attractive or repulsive force depends on the strength of the magnetic poles. Okay, and also depends on magnets. Now we move to our next point, that is attractive property. Okay, here we just discuss, if we take suppose two different magnet, or one magnet and another one is magnetic material, then we can get actually attraction or repulsion force. In generally, suppose if we take one magnet here and this one is north and this one south, and we just place some ferromagnetic materials or magnetic materials like iron, okay, cobalt, nickel, okay. So this type of materials if we place near the magnet, so they can easily attract by the magnets, okay. So and also we can say if we take two unlike poles, okay, that means one is north and another one south, that is already discussed, so they attract each other, okay. So here in this case this property is called attractive property. Here also we can take a directive property, okay. This one actually simply discuss in the third one, okay. So that means here we actually discuss the directive property. What is the directive property? Simply we can say if we take a rigid support and a bar magnet, okay, or here we just is this one, okay. Here we just take like, if we take bar magnet like this, and this one is north pole and this one is south pole, and this one is suspended freely, suppose with the help of a string, okay, then we can say that always a freely suspended magnet always points in the north south direction. So this is actually north direction and this is also south direction, and freely suspended, this one is actually bar magnet. So this bar magnet always freely suspended actually in a north south direction. So this is the property of directive, okay. Because magnet always its tendency, magnet's tendency to align itself along an external magnetic field, okay. This magnetic field we can discuss in the later, okay, in the next class, okay. Here you have just know the about the property, okay. In generally when a magnet is suspended freely in air, okay, with the help of a thread or string, okay, it tends to align itself in the geographic north south direction. This one is geographic north and this one is geographic south, okay. So in this direction always magnets tendency to direct, okay. So this property is called directive property, okay. And now we move to our point, that is magnetic pole, okay. In generally magnetic pole means actually we take two different pole, one is north and another one is south pole, okay. And we already discussed that two same type of polarity, that means two like polarity repel each other and two unlike polarity actually attract each other, okay. So this is already discussed, and now we move to our next one, that is a magnet with a single pole does not exist. So the question is, do magnetic fields exist in pair, okay. In generally it is not possible, okay. So north and south poles always exist in pair, okay, not single. There are no magnetic monopoles in nature, okay. So if you actually take one permanent magnet, okay, suppose if you take one permanent magnet and it has two poles, north and south pole, then you just break it, okay, and you get two part, okay. One is like this and another one is like this. So this part actually two similar magnets, okay, already created, okay. If you actually split a permanent magnet in half, then you get actually two smaller magnet, okay. And each magnet has both pole, north and south. So this pole is north and this one is south, and also similarly here you get south and here you get north, like this one, okay. So you can see here actually this one magnet south pole and north pole here. And secondly, if you actually split the magnet in two parts, then you already get similarly again south and north pole, again south and north, okay. So In this way always you get two pole, okay, both, not single pole or not monopole. Okay, now we move our next one, that is magnetic compass. Okay, already actually you know about magnetic compass. Okay, magnetic compass means it is a instrument. Okay, by it actually we can find out the direction. Okay, in generally for a navigation and surveying we can use it. Okay, it is an instrument for determining the direction of surface of earth by means of a magnetic pointer. Okay, itself earth's magnetic field. Here we can see that this one is actually magnet and it has two poles, one is north and another one is south. Okay, and also if I want to know an example, then you can say that a magnetized needle stuck through a piece of cork makes a simple magnetic compass. Okay, with the help of compass we can find out easily the direction of actually geographical direction. Okay, here also we can use magnetic needles, and in generally we already discussed the direction property of magnetic needle. So with the help of direction property we can actually find out the direction. Now the next one is actually very important. How will you test whether a given piece of iron is a magnet or a magnetic substance? Okay, in generally we can see that for magnet there are two properties. One is attractive and another one is also repulsive property. Now which property actually clearly which property actually clearly discuss or clearly state that that one piece of iron is a magnet or magnetic property? Because suppose if we take one magnet, this is constant, suppose we take north and south pole and you bring a magnetic needle like this one. If you take one magnet, okay, and you placed north pole very close to south pole, then it attract each other. Okay, already it is discussed. Similarly, suppose this one is fixed, first magnet is fixed. Now you take just magnetic material, like you take iron nail. Okay, this one is iron nail and it also attract. Okay, so here you cannot conclude that the piece of iron is a magnetic material or magnet. Okay, because the first one is actually fixed. Okay, this one is fixed, first magnet is fixed, second one maybe magnet, maybe magnetic material. For both cases actually they attract each other. So attraction is not the method. Actually here we can say repulsion. Okay, repulsion is the surest test of magnetism. Okay, if one end of iron bar is repelled by north pole of a bar magnet, so then it is surely a magnet. Okay, if both ends of a bar magnet attached are attracted by north pole, then it's just a magnetic material. Okay, so here actually these are the figures. Okay, if suppose one end of a iron bar, you take iron bar, it's repelled by north pole, that means this is magnet, obviously magnet. Okay, but if both ends of a bar are attracted by north pole, then we can say it is magnetic material. So if we take a iron bar and both ends of bar are attracted by north pole, okay, then we can say this is magnetic material. And if we take a bar and this the bar is repelled by a north pole, okay, then we can say this is magnet. Okay, so here we can say that repulsion, this is very important, repulsion is the surest test of the magnetism. Okay, so this is the end of today's class. Here we just discuss about artificial magnet, magnetic material, non-magnetic material, and also natural magnets and some different types of magnets and magnetic property. Okay, in the next class we discuss about magnetic field. Okay, so this part already completed. Okay, in the next class we just discuss about magnetic field and different type of magnetic field. Okay.